Welcome back to the channel, everyone. What I'm going to be doing this afternoon, hopefully it's going to be a quick job. This lamp post here, light's not working, been out for a little while, so I've checked the fuse in the bottom and got power, so I'm going to set my little lift up and get up and take a look and see what the problem is and hopefully get it fixed. So there's the skywinder access lift set up, so you've got the outriggers out, just need to climb in that basket now, and then these masts here just sort of drop in the top and build up as we go up. So I'll get in there and jump up and then hopefully get this sorted. Here we are at the top of the lift. It always feels a lot higher than it looks when you're up here, but it's probably only about 5 metres or so. You could almost do this off ladders, it wouldn't be as safe. Anyway, here's the light here, so it's a 70 watt SON or sodium light. So there's a sodium lamp in there. I think it's that type there. I don't know if you can see that, you'll see it better when I get out of the box. You've got a sodium lamp, you've got the ballast or control gear that actually runs that lamp inside there. Then there's also a photocell on there to bring it on when it gets dark. So the first thing I'm going to test is that. So what I've got here, just a override test head that I made myself, just out of a broken one, just basically linked the live in and the live out together inside. So I'll take this one out, and then this one here will just pop in there like so. So that's now that's basically bypassed that lot and give us power straight to there, but there's still nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whip this cover off. I think you just undo these two nut type things here, if I remember right, and you might have to leave those out. Anyway, I'll get this taken off and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, it took us a little bit longer than what I thought because I forgot to bring some pliers up to get these off. They're quite tight. Anyway, there's the cover loose. I don't want to lift it off fully because it's starting to rain. So there you can see there's the ballast and control gear in there. I've disconnected the photocell head, so there's no power to it at the minute. So what I'm going to do is just take this lamp holder out. That'll all pull out. That just unscrews, if I remember right, or a quarter turning out, and we'll try a lamp in. That's the next thing to try. There's that taken out, so it was just a quarter of a turn, then that pulls out. That's got the lamp in there, so I'm going to whip that out and pop a new one in, and then put the photocell head back in there. There's a new lamp screwed in. What I'm going to do now, rather than build it all up, I'm going to try and hold this, do this one-handed. My test head in there, and we'll see if it fires. No. What I'll do, I'll just quickly check if we've got voltage, just double check that we have got voltage up here, and then I'll decide what we're going to do next. We're just checking across line and neutral there. We haven't actually got any voltage by the looks of things, so I'll check between line and earth just to make sure, and then I'm going to whip back down and check in the bottom, check that hasn't tripped out. It hadn't the other day, but whether or not with it been trying to fire with a dodgy lamp in or whatever, it's tripped out, so that's the next thing to do anyway. Unfortunately, I've got my little access lift right in front of this door, but hopefully I'll get it off. Just unscrews there, and then just lifts, and all comes out. That has actually tripped there when I checked that the other day. It was okay, so we'll just turn it on, we'll see what happens. And as if by magic, I don't know if you can see that, it's lighting up, so we'll let that run for a little bit, let it warm up. Looks like that's all it was, the lamp. It might not have been, but saying that, when I checked the other, it was about a week ago, that certainly hadn't tripped. I didn't do any further investigation, I just literally couldn't have a look. That hadn't tripped, and it hadn't, so, and I didn't reset it, so it hadn't tripped. And it's never came on, so it's come on instantly there. Can you see that's starting to warm up there now? Pop this cover back on, tighten it up, and then I'll leave that to run for 10 minutes or so. In fact, that's just gone out. That's not very good, is it? Let's have a look, see if that's just tripped. Yeah, it has. So I need to do a bit further investigation, I think. You can see that's tripped. So, right. Time to think of another plan. I've just reset that and it's come back on. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I wonder if I just caught that breaker at our CBO with that bit. I don't know if you can see it, that bit there is pretty close to that. And I think that might have just caught that as I put the lid on and I've knocked it off myself. So I think I'll put this camera down, I'll try putting it on carefully. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Right, I've got this cover on. I think I must have just knocked that because it's still there. It's still running all right there. So I'm going to leave that running 10 minutes or so. And then I'll whip back up and fit the cover and everything back on. Well, panic over. It's been running now for about 10 minutes or so. I'm happy that's sorted. So we're just tightening these up, just hand tight, not nip them too tight. You clip in there, pulls the rubber seal down. So just turned out to be one of those lamps, which is good. Quite easy work. So I just need to whip that test head out of there and put the original one back in, and jobs are good. Hopefully that's it. We'll see tonight. As long as it runs for the night, I'm happy. So there's the original photocell head put in. It should turn off just now. It obviously just fires up when you put it in. So I'm hoping that will turn off. I'm surprised it fired straight up. Normally with this sodium stuff, that's not too bad. If they turned off and then back on, you have to wait for them to cool down. Seeing that there's different lamps, some have external igniters and some have internal igniters. I don't know if that makes any difference or not. I can't say it would. There's normally a little triangle somewhere on there. I can't see it on there, but a little triangle with a eye there, that one there. If you look at the box there, I'll get hold of the camera. There's a little eye on that lamp, so it's an internal igniter. That basically means the igniter's built into the lamp. Whereas these ones here, there, you can see that, that's got a little letter E just by my thumb. I don't know whether you can see that or not, probably not. That means the external igniter, so you've got to get that right with the lamps, and that means the igniter is actually inside the fitting itself. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed watching. Thanks very much, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already.